I'll answer it if you unmute my main.
Okay, so like,
I'm not trying to talk my fucking
I
alt.
appreciate what you're saying. I mean, if you're willing to talk about
I
the
will be good
possibility
faith
that
with you.
Reductio ad
I'll be
absurdum
good faith
would
with you
work on
on
a
phone.
trivialist,
If you don't try to overtalk me.
I wasn't trying to overtalk you.
Well,
You
actually,
literally
I
were
felt
just
like I
going
was
through.
because I felt like you were being very bad faith when you kept on fucking overtalking me.
I was being bad faith. Okay.
Yes.
You and both reason were both talking to me at the same time.
I was telling him to stop because I really wanted to talk to you because I was the one who was calling you shit in fucking
I
chat.
believe in the belief that Reductio ad absurdum would work on a trivialist. I just
So,
need this further.
oh, you're gonna unmute my main. I don't want to keep on
Do you
engaging on the
believe that?
fucking. I don't want to keep on engaging on my alt.
Do you believe that? Because I didn't really
Can
care
I
about the
debate
things
you?
we're gonna be like talking
Can
about.
I debate you on my? Can you
I mean,
unmute
yeah,
my
I'll
main?
debate you on the
Unmute my main.
topic
Unmute my main.
of whether or not the
Okay,
arguments Aristotle
bro.
rendered
Are you
defeat
gonna unmute my main?
Dionysius. Are you gonna debate me on that topic or not?
Unmute my main.
Bro,
Are you
he
gonna debate me on
will.
that topic or not?
He will if you unmute his main. That's it.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Alright, hello?
Okay, I'm gonna mute his mic and let's see if he debates me. Wait, Apollo, can you is the rule that unnecessary dick riding is bannable still there, bro? Because there's this guy named Tokyo who's just dick riding in chats and saying I'm losing badly.
Nigga, I
He hasn't
said
even
you
listened to the
lost.
argument.
I said you lost. Relax. I said you
Yeah, and
lost.
you
And
don't
that
you
other
don't even
nigga.
know
Hold
what the
on,
debate was about. You just dick
hold on,
riding. So can you get
hold on.
can
So
this guy
first of all,
Hold
that
on, I have a
nigga,
question.
literally said
or
you
can we
lost.
get moderation?
Fucking that nigga. Then that nigga Packer
You're
said you lost.
hold on, I have a
Fucking
question.
that other
Who's
nigga
I have
said
a
Packer,
you
question.
lost.
bro?
I
Packer's
have
a
a
known
question.
troll,
I have
but
a
I don't
question.
care about what Packer
Hello?
has
You're
to
so
say.
mad at your
Hello?
But
You
troll.
know what?
you
Can you
like
Watch
just
this.
call
you
me?
follow
I'm
me
not a
around in
troll.
servers
It's
and you
just not
say I
retarded.
That
I'm
lose.
nigga
not a
that said
troll.
Like
you lost.
you don't know
Fucking
any tenets of
Wait, why did
probability.
you
You
call me
failed
a
on
troll
that,
even though I'm
and you
not a
don't know any
troll?
tenets of
Some
logic. You're a
work
really
experience
retarded
Are
shit.
y'all
typer.
good?
But I don't want someone like you who probably loses to Packer
No,
himself saying I'm
Keron,
retarded.
you're weak
So
as
I'm gonna
hell.
mute the kill
You're
guy's
saying that
main
I'm a
now and like
troll
see
even
if he
though I'm
debates
not
me
a
on the
troll.
topic.
You sound
Okay.
more like a troll
Okay.
because
Alright,
you're the
hello?
troll.
Yo, everybody else be quiet for a second. Yeah, so we can like
So
engage into the dialogue real quick.
if that guy could just
Yeah,
stop dick
so
riding for 2 seconds.
what the fuck?
Like, holy
Did
shit.
you unmute me? Did you unmute me
Hello?
yet? Yeah, hello? Yeah.
Yeah,
So we can
where's the
engage
kill
into the
guy?
dialogue. So what's gonna be the debate prop that you're gonna be willing to defend?
Well, I was
Mhm.
well, I'm defending whether or not Aristotle's arguments against the diletheism account succeeded. In reference to
No, I thought
specific
you was a
arguments, obviously.
trivialist. Hold on, I thought you was advocating for trivialism.
I was never advocating
No,
for
wasn't
trivialism.
okay, my bad.
I was saying that
No, wasn't you
Aristotle's
trying
accounts didn't work on trivialists or diletheists. That was my position. That's why I
hold
called him
on,
a
didn't
moronic. It's in chat.
you ad absurdum part? So you were trying to say that reductio ad absurdum would never work on a trivialist, right? Is that gonna be the
Yeah.
debate prop that you're gonna be willing to defend? Okay, so for this debate for this debate propaganda to keep on going, do you want to go into advocating for trivialism then? Yeah?
I mean, what do you mean advocating for trivialism? I'm
Yeah, so
not a
basically in
trivialist
the sense,
myself. I like
or
to
you
attack the proposition from an outside perspective.
over talk me. That's what I'm telling you. Stop doing that. But like I was trying to say, from a trivialist stance, you're going to be saying that a reductio ad absurdum would not work on a trivialist because they're going to be probably accepting the contradictions in the sense, or not probably.
I
They
don't know
all going
about
to be accepting what I'm
probability
saying.
there.
Huh? I said not
We
probably.
can
They
stop the
all.
debate and I can render the argument, obviously.
Yeah. So okay. So is that going to be the debate prop that you're going to be willing to defend that a reductio ad absurdum would not work on a trivialist?
Yeah, I'll defend that.
Okay, and you're gonna. Okay, so you're going to be taking the negative, right?
The negative, I'm affirming the proposition, my brother. You can take the
My,
negative.
okay, so you're affirming it. Okay, nice. Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. So it would not work on it. Okay, and it's still going to be an instance in which it can work.
Are you implying this in a molar term? Well, given the
No,
standard
no, not
ideation of trivialism, it's not working on it. No.
in like
On
one,
our
maybe in like a single rigid designator.
I said, given the standard ideation of trivialism or the notion of it, it's not working on it. And given the
Okay, in any
standard
type of
notion
way.
of
Okay, so
reductio
it
ad
can't. So
absurdum.
are you going to be saying it can't? That's
Hmm?
what I'm asking. Can't. The motor verb can't. So are you going to be saying it can't?
As in, there's not going to be a possible world where it works? No, that's not what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Okay, so it does work in one possible world or one possible
Obviously,
instantiation.
if trivialism is rendered differently, then it
Right.
possibly can work. But on our current state of affairs, the
Possibly can work.
academically notion of trivialism is not working. No.
Okay, so you're saying that in some state of affairs S, there is some instantiation in which a reductio would not work.
That's not what I said.
No, I'm asking, is that okay? So then, what are you trying to say?
Based on our current state of affairs and the current notion that's academically supported of trivialism, reductio ad absurdum would not work on a trivialist. I don't care about some
Done.
possible world where a trivialist renders it different.
Done. Is that? Are you done? Or is that all?
Yeah, that's
Hold on.
that's
Okay,
all.
so let me ask you a question. So, a contradiction would not work on a trivialist, and I would just want to ask: do you believe a contradiction is going to be a tautology in the sense that's going to be, is going to have to be instantiated in the sense of all possible worlds? That's what I'm asking.
Wait, I didn't hear the first part. I didn't hear the
So
second
you're going to be
part.
is going to? Do you
So
believe
do I believe a
hold on, hold on.
contradiction
First
is
off,
a tautology?
it's in the sense it's going to be instantiated as all possible worlds, maybe, and not as like this specific finite rigid designator. My bad.
I don't know what this is in reference to, so this might be a non sequitur.
It's not a non sequitur at all. It's a question. What the fuck? How can a question be a non sequitur? You
I
dumb
don't
fuck.
even know why you're even
And
inquiring about my
when we go
beliefs.
into
I
irritated
haven't even
validity,
rendered
hold
the
on. I don't know why you
argument
keep
yet.
on talking when I'm talking. Like I said, when we go into
We could
like an
get moderation,
when we
Mars.
go
I think
into
I'm going to go on.
aesthetic inference, shut the fuck up. When we go into like an aesthetic inference, if I were to give a question, then there's going to be a simple finite answer space, right? This is called inferential aesthetic logic. Hopefully you know it because this is an extension of formal logic, which gets into the study of questions, aka the logic of questions. There's going to be a simple
I
finite
don't care
answer
about
space.
an inquiry of my beliefs before I render the argument.
There could be a simple answer space that is finite, that can be just sufficient, that can answer the question. You don't have to try to give an
I'm telling you,
overly
I'm not
complex.
appreciating the question.
But listen, you're not appreciating the question.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck about your attitudes towards the questions. It doesn't really matter because your attitudes, obviously, when we're speaking about like a propositional attitude, for the example, then these can be something that's going to be truth bearing because obviously beliefs are going to be types of truth bearers. You dumb fuck. Now,
That was
anyway,
gibberish.
no, that was not
I'm
fucking
going to give the
gibberish.
argument for reductio ad absurdum.
I
Doesn't
mean,
work on a
fucking
trivialism.
what's a question? Which a question is not too fair.
Are
You
you
dumb fuck.
prepared to listen?
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be prepared to listen. So actually, give a P1 real quick. P1.
Premise one, if it's going to be the case that the current notion of reductio ad
Hold
absurdum
on. Hold on.
doesn't go.
If it is gonna be the case, I don't know why you're saying gonna. Gonna is a temporal term. Okay.
Yes, that means in the next second, since I rendered and we verify this.
So
Retard.
okay, shut your dumb ass up. So basically, if you're gonna say gonna, then it's gonna be basically not in all points in which a contradiction can render. So you're trying to say like a contradiction is gonna be temporally
I never
dependent.
said a contradiction.
No, you're trying to say a
I'm not talking
contradiction is
about
temporally
contradiction.
dependent. You don't fuck retard. Hold on. Who the fuck else is talking?
I
Okay.
don't
Anyway,
know, but I never said anything about a contradiction in the views.
dumb fuck retard.
Huh?
Huh? Huh?
I never said
Okay.
anything
Let me
about a
ask you this one
contradiction
more
in the
time.
views. I don't know where you heard that from.
No, you said a reductio ad absurdum. A reductio ad absurdum is just going to be indirect proof, which is just going to be basically saying A implies A and not A.
Therefore, not A. You forgot the last part, retard.
So there's going to be no. That's why I said A, not A.
You forgot the last part, bitch. That would be reductio ad absurdum
You
without the
make
last
the
part.
last
But
part,
yeah,
bitch.
as I was saying,
It's the fucking the fuck. Anyway, yeah. The main point was this. Obviously, too many contradictions is going to be negative. So when we're speaking about that in the sense of reductio,
okay, I'm back.
obviously,
As I was saying, I never
no.
argued that there was a
Okay.
contradictions within the view. I mean, it wouldn't even make sense if I was arguing for a
He wants to
contradiction
be
within the
good
view.
faith, by the way.
Yeah, I was back. I was going to give the argument you asked for. So P1, if it's
Yeah.
going to
So
be the case that
P1,
the
if it
current
is
notions,
that
yeah, if it's going to be the case that the current notions of reductio ad absurdum,
the current notions of
yeah,
reductio ad
ad
absurdum
absurdum
mhm,
are accepted,
are accepted
then to a trivialist, it
to
wouldn't
a,
do anything to it.
trivialist, it wouldn't do anything to
Yeah, premise two is just
Okay,
the
so if
current
it's
notions of reductio ad
hold
absurdum are
hold
accepted.
on. It is going to be the case that the current notions of reductio ad absurdum are accepted, then to a trivialist, it wouldn't do nothing to them. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, obviously I disagree with the T following from the T, but keep going.
whatever.
Oh,
Yeah,
whatever.
P2 is just affirming P1, so it's just going to be the current notions of reductio ad absurdum is accepted.
Are you just going to be using a modus ponens? Because I really don't give it. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, it's P there for Q. I don't know.
Are you going to be using a modus ponens? Just yes or no?
I mean, yeah, it seems this is the fall
Okay.
is taking, so.
Okay, nice. Then that's beautiful. Then I can fill in the rest. It is the case that the current notions of reductio ad absurdum are accepted. Therefore, to a trivialist, it wouldn't do anything to them.
Did you enjoy reading that?
Did you enjoy reading that? Like, my nigga, I had to formalize it before you did. So anyway, we can get into it. Hold on. Yeah, so it's going to be the justification. That's going to be an advocation for P1 as the Q following from P.
I don't know what you mean by justification. If you're just
Yeah,
asking why does P follow from Q follow from P, it's just going to be the case that the
I'm going to
current
explain it to you.
notion.
Why is he
hold on.
trying to overtalk me? He said he
What do you
doesn't know, and
mean?
I'm going to answer his fucking confusion. You dumb fuck. So I'll give you like a sentence. I'll give you like a set of utterances that would actually satisfy your condition. So justification
What?
can be empirical, huh?
Didn't you ask me for justification on P1?
Yeah, you said you don't know what I mean by justification, so I'm going to give my definitional criteria.
Oh, sure.
Understand this, so I can actually, blow out your fucking confusion. Nice. So we can have like a rational criterion for justification, of course, which is just going to be something by a reason virtue, maybe by empirical virtue, maybe by a doxastic virtue, or maybe even by a deontic virtue. So when we're speaking about virtue in this case, obviously I'm not speaking about in the sense that we would in morality. Okay. So I'm just speaking about in the sense that it's going to have this type of paradigm that's going to be leading to a reasonable insinuation. So when we're understanding that, all I'm saying is justification is just going to be the backbone of your whole entire argument, okay? And this backbone is going to really show the entailments. Or do you even want to give a Fitch's style proof for this? Because I don't know if you can do either. We can like formalize it right now. Do you have like a Fitch's style proof which would like, help your argument?
Justification.
Do you want to like
What's
fill in more?
you said
I
earlier,
feel like
rational criteria. What do you mean by rational?
Yeah, rational, like I said, by reason. In the sense that when we're speaking
So
about
rational if and only if is
I'm
reason.
saying rational if and only if by reason. Oh,
That's what you're saying? By
oh,
conditional.
oh my God. No. No.
What is rational
I
there?
say rational by reason. All I'm saying, that's going to be a connotation, okay? That's what we call it. Oh my God. Do you want me to
So
be like
rational if and only if connotation.
Do you want me to be like in debt with you? Rational if
What
and
do you
only
mean
if
by rational? By conditionally, of course.
I was giving you my definitional criterion based off the fucking connotation how I have towards fucking rational. It's just gonna be an
Yeah, and
attitude.
render that
Hold on.
connotation.
No, I don't know what you're talking. No, yes, I'm trying to tell you that when we're rendering that or registering my connotation towards what we mean by rational, obviously it's not going to be the full definitive of what we mean by rationality, of course. But I'm just saying that when we're speaking about that towards my connotation, because you said, what do I mean by rational? I'm giving my attitude. It's called a propositional attitude / doxastic attitude. Okay?
What's your connotation of rational?
Beautiful. So I told you it was going to be by reason, but do you want me to give like a full in-depth like of like rationality?
If by reason you're just saying that it refers back to some paranomic system that you hold to, that we hold to, then sure.
What? Did you just
If
say
by reason you're just saying that we're holding to some paranomic system that you hold to, that we hold to.
Wait, did you say hold on, paranomic?
You said
did you say paranomic or hedonic? My bad. I didn't hear that.
I said paranomic.
Okay, and what do you define that to be real quick?
Paranomic is just going to be a circular system. It means the system justifies itself, like classical logic.
Oh, okay. So you're just going to say it's going to be back to a primitive? Because no, that's not what I'm saying.
Not necessarily.
Okay, just making sure you're not saying it's back to a primitive, because when you're saying it's self-subsistent, that sounds like you're trying to say it's going to be primitive and nothing further or external can justify for it, which is going to be something
let's just assume. Let's just assume, bro. I'm tired of going like the meta.
The property of cognitive agents like doxastic practical
states. Render
so that's what I'm saying.
A notion of reductio ad absurdum prior to the analytics.
I believe that such states are going to be appropriately like. Speaking about this, I'm just saying it's coherently integrated by the totality of accessible epistemic and instrumental reasons. So that's why I was saying back to rational. Now, if I want to take this into
this is getting really bad, bro. You're making embarrassing yourself.
You're embarrassing yourself, and you're making yourself look bad.
A reductio ad absurdum from Aristotle's prior to analytics. Do you see it in chat?
You haven't given any justification for this.
Do you see it in chat?
Okay. Assume A.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you agree this is the notion of it?
That this is going to be like a reductio?
Do you agree that this is the current notion of reductio ad absurdum?
Bro, I can say it's a logical form, but what do you mean the notion?
Do you
Because by
agree that
notion,
this is the current notion of reductio ad absurdum?
that's what I'm
It's a yes
asking
or
you.
no.
What do you mean by notion? It's not a yes or no. I don't believe
Idea,
it's yes or no.
concept, ideation.
I don't believe that.
Academically
No.
accepted.
I said concepts or ideations can just have different interpretations across other people. So no,
I
I don't
agree.
think
That's
that's
why I
going to be
said
the general.
academically accepted.
No, I don't believe that's going to be the notion that comes up when reductio is presented. Obviously,
Okay, then I'm just gonna give you a book
but I can
right
say
now
it's,
for you
it's
to
going to
look
be
at
a.
it. Know where you're making us do this, bro. For sure.
You can say it's a logical.
Hold on. Prior
Running.
to the analytics, I'm gonna give you the
I
page
keep
on
trying to
Aristotle.
overtalk and then run away. Listen,
Because
no,
you
the
told
main
me you
point.
don't believe it's the academically supported notion. I'm gonna give you a
I never
book
said it
where
was
it's
the
literally rendered.
academically. I said it's not going to be the notion in general in this sense because it can be like I mean it's not going to be the notion in it's not going to be the notion for all. That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. I don't believe
Wait,
because that's why I said it can be different across other people. But I said it could be the logical form. Do you know what the logical form means? And
no,
how
I
we
don't know
use
what you're
thoughts?
talking about.
You don't know what I'm
I mean,
talking
this,
about. Okay, so for an
yeah, because
example,
this is the logical form of reductio ad absurdum. So I don't know what else you could be talking about.
hold on. Was I not going to answer it?
You
Right.
can go
So
ahead.
when form, like I said, the logical form, which can give, okay, the logical form of a reduction within logic can give off, this picture that you've just given. Yes, assume A, it can give off that picture. That notion obviously can be implicative towards the logicians, right? Now, informally into other contexts, we don't have to accept that in any type of way. I'm not trying to say that it's not going to be the case that this is going to be accepted. I'm saying that, sure, this can be accepted, or this is accepted generally amongst the logicians in the logical form. But I'm telling you that the notion that we're speaking of, and when you're referring to a notion, when I think about a concept, or when somebody has a concept, they can turn a reductio into anything else. It doesn't have to be accepted to be this in all instances, especially implicative to this contingent rule. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
the thing I was
all.
always talking about academically supported notions.
Okay. Academically supported notions.
It's stipulated within the
Okay, it could
argument.
be academically supported. That doesn't mean nothing.
But that was the
Academically,
entire point of the argument. Unless you think I'm
accepted.
talking about some idiosyncratic ideation of the reductio, which I'm not, because remember at the
Right.
start of the rec, I said that I believe that it's possible for the reductio ad absurdum to work on a trivialist in some possible world where the ideation is rendered idiosyncratically from our world. You remember that?
Okay, are you done?
That was a yes or no question.
No, it's not a yes or no. I don't believe any questions are yes or no. By the way,
I'm not
like
even going to
I don't
ask you
believe
for an
any. I don't
argument,
believe
bro.
any questions have an answer, a sample answer space
No
that's
way
going to
you
be
press
directly
me to
reduced to a yes or no. By the way,
you press me to do this dumb ratty shit, bro. But yeah, as I
nobody's
was
doing
saying,
it. Nobody's doing
now that you
ratty. This is
understand,
actually something. This is a hold on. This is a topic within aerothetic logic. You dumb fuck retard. So hopefully you can
no,
actually learn fucking formal logic extensions like me, and you can stop fucking running away and trying to call people idiots when you're a fucking dumbass that doesn't know anything.
call me
Obviously,
an
if I were to
idiot
critique you,
thirst.
yes, if I were to critique you on everything you're saying, you're probably gonna fucking fail and fumble like a
I
dumbass.
mean, you're
But that's
trying
okay.
to critique me right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to critique you, and I'm doing you bad. Obviously, like if I would have just tried
Like,
to
it's making me
hold on.
bad. You're a troll. You're a troll.
What do you think a reductio is? You're a troll. What do you think a reductio is?
A reductio is
Uh
a formal type of rule in logic.
huh.
Not a rule, but
So
some ideation in
what
logic that
criteria
Aristotle renders to showcase that things are absurd.
have inferential power?
It's
What
like an
criteria does
inference
that?
rule.
Yeah, exactly.
And by
So
rule, I just mean
this is what I could
inference,
do.
by the way.
This is what I could do to you. What criterion would you be actually undergoing? In the sense that what makes this have inferential power?
Bro, you see, you don't.
You don't.
You think you're talking to some guy who's like does bullshit. All of this is already stipulated in the
I
reg.
don't. I
Remember when
don't
I
need
said
to
that
do both.
this?
I want.
Hold on. You think remember when I said this is a per? Remember when I said this is I'm using a circular system?
The
Yeah. So you
circular
can't ask
system.
me bullshit like
Hold on.
justify
Wait. Are you trying to say a
reductio is an
reduction?
inference rule because it's already accepted to be an inference rule within classical logic, and you're gonna say, well, that's circular. No shits. I already said it was gonna be circular.
I never said it's going to be circular. I never said that's
Okay, you
circular.
said reductio. This is an inference rule because they accept it to be an inference within logic. Can we move on?
Okay, it's an inference rule because it's an inference rule in logic. Nice.
Yeah.
It's A
Yeah.
because A plus B.
Can we move on now to showcase
Yeah,
why
that
this won't
definitely
work on the
follows. I would like
trivialist?
to, like, that's very invalid. But anyway, come on.
Okay, so yeah, as you can see within the reductio, it tries to serve that
Uh-huh.
there's going to be some inconsistency within the person's views,
Mhm.
but on the trivialist views, all their views are inconsistent and consistent at the same time. So this
Mhm.
serves no purpose, and by purpose, it's epistemically empty. You're
Is
dropping
it
a
true?
bottle of water into a
What's
whale.
your debate? Okay, so your debate prop is that there exists a certain state of affairs in which the reductio doesn't work on a trivialist. Now, do you believe that the view that all state of affairs, do you believe that the view that all state of affairs, um, a reductio would work on a trivialist? Do you believe that proposition is true under
Oh
a
my
trivialist
God.
account?
No, I don't. No, I don't
No,
believe that in every single state of
no,
affairs. As in, I
no,
don't know if you're holding to some motor realist view,
no.
but at the start of the rec, I said that this is
A
indexed to our
trivialist
current
account.
state of
Under it,
affairs. Why are you
hold on.
trying this, bro? If you
Under a
can't beat this
trivialist
debate, I
account.
can give you another chance to
Hold
debate me,
on.
bro.
Hold on. Under a trivialist account, you just said that it does not, and it is not true. So your debate plot. Wait, hold on. Just to be clear, the
Yeah.
reductio did land everybody. He just said that
Yeah,
he
you're
said he was
true. You know
going to
that.
advocate. Hold on, shut the fuck up. He said he was going to advocate for trivialism, which is just going to be stating that all propositions are true. And he said
No,
that,
wait,
okay,
this is what
yeah,
you tried to set
trivialists
up,
can
bro.
accept contradictions. But then I asked him, okay, so in all state of affairs, can this proposition be true? Which is just going to grant my position. And
Oh
he
my
just
God,
said,
you're true. Okay, bro. Yeah. If this is how the debate ends, it can end sober. We can go to conclusions, bro. It seems I've been premise
yeah,
trapped.
hold on. Actually, I just beat the fuck out of you. This was like bad. Hold on. I'm still not done.
Can't believe Keron got rage baited, bro. No
Notice
way.
on this action selection point, he didn't conform to any type of idealized standards of consistency or coherence because he was trying to advocate for
Yeah,
trivialism.
keep talking to the rec.
So, based off that, when I maximize this and I try to ask for his evidential proportionality, what did he do? He went back. Listen to this.
Whatever
He
that guy's
went
talking about. We can go to conclusions, bro. I think I've
Hold on,
already
he went back on his
showcased the
point,
count
and
why.
then he started going into trivialism, and then he denied what trivialism invokes. Actually, that claim would have to probably be true, or maybe you can try to say it's true and false. The claim is going to be true, so you cannot deny it's true. But if you're going to only give it falsity, you're saying it's not going to be true,
Oh
then you're
my
going right
God.
back into the law of excluded middle, which states that something is either true or false, which obviously trivialism denies. You dumb fuck retard. So it does
It
care
denies and
that.
accepts
Yeah, we can
matter,
go
but we
to.
can go to conclusions. I've
Yeah, no,
justified
it
my
denies it
position
all.
already.
It denies it all. So basically, we can go back to we can go to conclusions. I just beat him like really fucking
Yeah, you
badly.
didn't
So
win,
somebody
bro. You didn't win at all. At all.
Barry, I just beat on you. You didn't go against you didn't go against the fucking whole entire substance. Hey yo, hold on. Let's see if Apollo was here.
Apollo
Oh
left, bro. Everybody left. Detroit left. Apollo left.
yeah,
Uh,
because you got beat on like really fucking
yeah, I
badly.
didn't want Detroit to watch this debate. This debate was kind of obviously. You can end
It
the
was
rec,
embarrassing.
bro. Wait, get to your conclusion before you end the rec.
It was embarrassing for you. You can say your conclusions.
Well, he claims it's embarrassing for me just now, but in my conclusions, I believe that I rendered the semantics. I was semantically open. He knew everything I wanted him to know. You know, he fell into my trap, my Kyokusui Getsu. He was easily manipulated by my rhetoric. And then I rendered the argument formally valid, of course, modus ponens. I fulfilled premise one, as in I gave justification why P follows the Q. I also showcased how reductio ad absurdum does not work on the trivialist. And that's why I won the debate. Thank you for watching, I guess. Give your conclusions.
Yeah. So basically, my conclusion is first off, he started off with a propositional attitude within his conclusion. That's too fast. But anyway, let's not even get into that. The main point was this: within the substance of the debate, obviously, he wasn't rhetorically performing any good at all. He tried to render a fucking notion of what we call the reductio ad absurdum in expectancy to all. Which obviously I denied that. Obviously, I showed that there's going to be a widespread. Then I also gave my definitional criterion for rationality, which I said rationality is the normative property of cognitive agents, diatastic and practical states, wherein the states are going to be appropriately responsive to or coherently integrated by like some totality of instrumental, epistemic, or instrumental like reasons. That's what I was trying to say. My bad. Um, so basically, I formulated my definitional criterion for what it's going to be. rationality. He obviously didn't attack that because he just fucking agreed and let that go. Then he tried to give a formally valid argument, which is just going to be in the form of modus ponens. His modus ponens, I obviously denied the Q following from the P in the sense of the conditional. He didn't give a good justification for P1. He tried to ask me what my general notion was. And then by that, I just, told him that I reject any binary questions. Because I said that the answer space is not going to be as finite to only two possible answers. So obviously, it's just bad for him. He got beat on like really fucking bad. It's just not helping him, like anyway, in any type of way. And he gave us this
That's
corny
on
fucking.
epistemology.
And the wreck, bro. Is that ghost?
Hold on. I'm not done. I'm not done. You're gonna keep on. I'm gonna like finish this
That's
up.
on
Oh,
epistemology.
sorry,
I gave
I
him
thought
a-
you I heard Bruce talking.
Reductio. This reductio of death. When I asked him, and I made sure he actually agreed and affirmed the trivialist position. But then he said that one of the propositions that I brung up, which a trivialist would not deny in any type of way and would actually advocate for, is going to be false. And he said, if that's going to be false and it's not going to be true, then you're going to be affirming the law of excluded middle, which the law of excluded middle is going to say something is either true or false. It cannot be both. So if you're going to say something is not going to be both in this sense, then you're going to basically now be falling back into classical logic, denying trivialism and denying your main debate prop. Hence, they're going to already be losing. So you got beat on like really fucking badly. You conceded. You look like a little fucking bitch. You fucking twink ugly bitch. It's the end of fucking reg.
That's on metaphysics.
You can end the reg. This shit was so bad.
That's on a necessary being, bro. On God, bro.
First off, in multiple of Aristotle's arguments support of law of non-contradiction. He either assumes that the law of non-contradiction holds at all times as a fundamental principle or begs the question. My brother, in one of the arguments, Aristotle says that hold on. My brother, in one of the arguments, Aristotle says that the dialetheist can say he doesn't believe in the law of non-contradiction, but it doesn't follow that the dialetheist doesn't actually believe it deep down in his essence. And you think that's a good argument against dialetheism?
It's being shit right now. I said let's go down in VC. I'm not sure if everybody else wants to hear.
I don't even know if that's what Aristotle said, but
I can pull it up in priority analytics.
But that's not how you prove the law of non-contradiction. You have to reductio someone rejecting it. Otherwise, if you try to prove the law of non-contradiction with external justification,
oh my God.
You're going to be repeating the proposition.
Even if you tried
can you guys hear me?
Reductio ad absurdum wouldn't work on most people.
Okay.
Personally experienced what it is like to go to war.
Reductio would work.
Reductio ad absurdum wouldn't work on a trivialist. It wouldn't work on a Protestant.
Okay, but a trivialist is objectively speaking wrong. And yes, it would because a trivialist believes all propositions. But a trivialist
how the hell would a reductio ad
propositions are
absurdum
true.
work on someone who believes in inconsistency? Like that's the dumbest thing I've heard tonight.
Let me debate on this. Oh, hold on. Well, you just said a reductio ad absurdum would not work on a trivialist?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, hold on. Yes, the fuck it would.
Do you want me to...
want to know why?
I mean, I can give you an argument why it would not. Do you know the formal syntax for reductio?
Yes, okay, listen.
It's indirect proof, so in the sense that
render the formal syntax for reductio.
You can logically show that trivialism is false because if trivialism was true,
that's not the position. We're talking about.
Nigga, I'm showing you how you can reductio them. If there's a proposition that trivialism is true, the trivialist would say, yeah, this proposition is obviously true. But if you had a contrary proposition to that trivialism is false, then it would be true that trivialism is false.
Most trivialists accept contradictions. Bro, this guy has read nothing on trivialism because every single trivialist accepts contradictions in the second consistency. That's why reductio ad absurdum doesn't work.
Contradiction can what? A contradiction can what?
Hold on. The formal syntax for reductio is A implies A and not A. Therefore, we should not accept A. We should not accept A because of the law of non-contradiction. But a trivialist would say, "Well, okay, I believe in the contradiction."
That's not what a contradiction is. It's not.
I never said that was a contradiction. You fucking dumb fucking retard.
Okay, but even a trivialist wouldn't. Yeah, but okay, yeah. Listen. That's not even how it would go. It would say A implies not A.
You said that's not a reductio. You said a reductio is not.
No, yes, it's A implies not A. Not A implies A and not A.
That's what I said. You fucking retard, bitch.
No, you didn't. You said A implies A and not A. That's distinct from saying A implies not A. Also, like you retard bitch. Can we just
Fucking
keep it
idiot,
like
bitch. But
normal
listen,
and like
hold on.
without like
I mean,
you
I
know,
want to
No,
keep
insulting
it
each
it's
chill,
other?
but
true.
this
It's
guy was
true.
calling him retarded in chat for saying Aristotle.
I never
can
said
pull-
that. I
I can
never,
pull
bro.
up.
You're talking to
I'm
me
calling
right now.
him retarded.
I never
Talking to.
called you.
I'm calling him retarded.
gonna pull up the-
Right. But you're calling me retarded. I'm the one speaking to you, and you call me a retard for
I
no
was
reason.
trying to
I
talk
wasn't
to
even
him. I
speaking
was
to you
trying
in
to talk to
chat.
this nigga first, my nigga. I'm the one who's calling him retarded. Let me speak on my shit. What the fuck? Yo,
Yeah, let him-
No. But this
Yeah.
nigga's calling me retarded is what I'm saying.
no,
Like, what the fuck
yeah,
did I
you
do?
get on this nigga afterwards. Just let me get on this nigga real quick. Okay, so basically
Like,
you
bro.
said, okay, go into the reductio ad absurdum point again.
Yeah, okay. So the formal syntax for reductio is just A implies
Right.
A and not A. Therefore, we
Right.
should have reasons to not accept A, be it a null non-contradiction. But a trivialist already accepts not A. So you're really just telling him nothing right there. And trivialism is literally an inconsistent world, just showcasing that his
So do you
worldview
believe
is
a trivialist
inconsistent.
would agree
It
with a
does nothing to the trivialist.
Hold on, I have a question. So you believe a trivialist is just going to be saying that all propositions are going to be true, correct?
Yeah, obviously.
Nice. Now, understanding that, do you believe a trivialist can accept a contradiction?
Obviously, they have to. It's
Nice.
baggage
Okay,
under their
so then,
worldview.
okay, so they can accept a logical contradiction too, correct?
They accept all propositions, retard.
So, okay, yeah, dumbass nigga, you're gonna wait for a second, you dumb fuck. So now I'm gonna ask you, do you believe that they can accept any false propositions?
Any false propositions? I don't know what that means. That's wrong.
Yeah,
Because
a
under
false proposition.
trivialism, all
Yeah, under
propositions are true.
trivialism,
So
I'm
what do you
asking you, do
mean
you believe?
all false
So
propositions?
exactly. So do you believe that? No, I'm
All
saying, do you believe that?
propositions are going to be
I never
true and
said.
false at
No,
the
no, I'm
same
saying, do you
time.
believe that they can? Hold on, chill out. Like I said, do you believe that there can be a false proposition under the stance of trivialism? Yes or no?
Yeah, obviously. The
Nice,
negation can be
retard.
true
So
as well
now
as
let
the
me help you out
affirmation.
a little bit. Hold on, bitch ass nigga. Nice. So you're saying
Whatever
that
you're
there
talking
is
about.
so under trivialism there can be a false proposition, correct? I just want you to
I
know
mean, I
that.
already said that, dumbass.
There can be a okay, dumbass, bitch ass nigga. You're retarded as shit. There could be a
Yeah,
false
give the fucking
proposition, but you're
substance,
trying to say
pussy.
that there's only true propositions. That's how you know you're
Yeah,
actually
the
getting
fact
beat
is
on.
the proposition
Yeah,
that
the
false
fact that the
proposition exists
proposition
is
is that
also
the
going to be
fact.
true,
Hold on,
dumbass.
no, you're a dumbass. You wanna know why that
Now
fucking
you're fucking.
reductio
Oh
system?
no,
You
this
wanna know why that fucking
Aristotle lazy
reductio system?
rapping ass
You
nigga
wanna know
doesn't
why
even
that fucking
understand.
reductio
In
system?
part
Because
analytics,
guess what? For
Aristotle
you to
talks
just try
about
to say
how
that
the
it's true,
reductio ad
you
absurdum
cannot say
would
that it's
work on a
only true. You
trivialist.
cannot say
I'll
it's
give
gonna
the
be false
argument,
because
retard.
false is just gonna be the whole entire fucking opposite. You dumb fuck. It's gonna be the inverse.
Give the
But we can
fucking
only be
argument,
the one
retard. Why wouldn't
immutability.
this
You
work?
dumb
Why
fuck
would
bitch.
this work on a
Hold on, I'm gonna
trivialist when
one
he's
shot
already
you. Kind of
accepting
retarded. Stop doing
inconsistency?
that shit, my
It's a
nigga. You
fucking
retarded as
inconsistent
shit.
worldview,
You retarded.
retard.
Actually, can we get a hold on? Actually, I'm gonna get a wreck in here. Hold on.
You
Bro,
can get the
I'm
right.
recording, bro.
I
I'm
give the
recording.
Get a
reasoning.
wreck on this bitch ass nigga. So basically, no, you're actually retarded as fuck, and you didn't understand any substance, you dumbass nigga. Now hold on, like I just said, the computability of
Oh, I'm not hearing
falsity
what you're
within the
saying.
sense of
It's your
being
mic.
true. You're not actually going against something. I'm saying that's gonna only be true, and you're gonna only be going back into law of excluded middle. You wanna know why? Want to know why? Because for you to say that it's going to be a falsity was just going to be an inverse, aka apposition of the truth,
By the
bearing
way,
in the
I'm not hearing
sense.
anything
Hold
you're
on, shut the
saying. Your
fuck up,
mic
you
is
stupid
fucked.
fuck. Of the
Your
truth
mic
bearing,
is
which is just
fucked.
going
I'm
to get
not
the
hearing what
output
you're
of one.
saying, retard.
It's just going to only be going. Hold
No,
on,
your mic
you're
is
saying
fucked. I'm
that
not hearing what
now
you're
that a
saying,
contradiction
retard.
is going to be
And I
true,
don't know
but for
why
you
you
to
even.
say a contradiction is going to be
Why did
true,
you
then
even
you're going to only be
make your
giving
mic
it the
work?
value of one.
Like, I'm
You're
not
not going
even
to give it the
discussing
value of
anything
1
with
and
your mic
0.
first,
You
retard.
dumbass nigga. So that's how I know you already
Yeah, you keep
lost.
saying
You
dumbass
already
things,
lost
but
in
you're
the
not giving anything
syntactical
of
validity
substance.
point.
Now, I want an argument in chat for a reductio excerptum would work on a trivialist.
For
Given the
reductio,
fact
I
you just
literally gave you it. I literally gave
you're
you
so
it, my
you didn't
nigga.
give
dumb.
me the
I
argument for
said
a
it.
reductio ad
Yes, I
absurdum would work on a
did. Yes, I
trivialist.
You're so
did. You
dumb,
called me a
Keron. You're so
retard out of
ass.
nowhere and you repeated yourself. Yes, I
Keron,
did.
define what a P1
Okay,
If
is.
can you drop
you
VC?
have,
Because I
hold
can't
on,
hear you over
You
this
suck.
retard ass guy.
hold
Guy,
on.
shut your bum ass up, bitch nigga.
Whatever this
Ass.
retard is talking about.
Whatever this retard is
So
talking about. Shut your dumb ass up,
I'm
my
gonna
nigga. You're
mute this guy
ass.
so I can listen
You
to
got
what
beat
you're
on like
saying.
really
Because
fucking
he's
badly. Like you
asking
got beat
himself.
on by that nigga named fucking official. Fucking ugly bitch.
This guy is fucking retarded, dude.
You're ass,
Oh.
my nigga. You don't know shit. You're a
So
retard
what
and
are
you
you
duck
saying,
my
Theresia?
debate, nigga. You would get beat on.
just
What's
wait,
the
man. Okay,
argument
so
for a
I was
reductio ad
saying,
absurdum would work
yeah,
on a
I got
trivialist?
you. So I was saying, if a reductio like ad absurdum, what you're giving a formal syntax for is A
Yeah,
implies not A, or A implies A and not A.
yeah,
Then you would be saying that since in a reductio you're saying that A implies both A and yet not a trivialist
yeah,
would accept both to be true, so you wouldn't really be showing something to be false. But the thing
yeah,
is, not with the reductio, it's not saying that A implies both A and not A, so you have to accept both A and not A. It's saying that since A implies both A and not A, one of them has to be true and the other has to be false. But since A implies both of them, then it cannot possibly be true. So then you denote that there is at least one proposition such that this proposition is false. I can even give an example of this. So for example, think of the proposition that there is no truth. A trivialist would say, well, this is true. But if the proposition that there is no truth in itself is true, then there exists some form of truth. So I have just contradicted myself, and that would be a reductio. Now you would be
The
saying, "Oh
trivialists
well,
would
it's
accept
fine
that. That's
because
the
yeah,
point.
they would accept both, yeah." But then would they accept the contradiction? Because if they would accept the
Yeah, they
contradiction,
would.
yeah, because if then they're accepting the contradiction now, then you're basically saying that you accept a real contradiction inside of reality, but you're not actually accepting the contradiction or the real contradiction, but rather the false representation of it. So you can't have both propositions simultaneously being true, because now when you
What's
have both propositions simultaneously being true, both at the same time, so there is truth and then there is not truth, then it would mean that if there is truth, then it's not true that there is not no truth. So then you would have at least one proposition that is false because it's negated by the truth of the other, and vice versa.
This thing is so
Yeah, as I was
wild.
saying that even if you were writing it that, you're just saying that the trivial words can lead to some inconsistency, and I'm telling you the trivialist is gonna accept that because you're saying that given that the law is
Exactly,
non-contradictional.
and I'm saying by them accepting that, it still wouldn't debunk the fact that it would still be false. You would have one that is true or the other that is true. Because if it's
That's not
true
gonna
that
mean
there
anything to them,
no,
though.
because yeah, okay, well they can accept it within their epistemological modal standpoint. Maybe then they would accept it, but that doesn't change the fact that within objective reality, there is no possible world in which truth can be both true and yet not true at the same time.
What the hell are
Only
you even
within
mean
your
by that?
epistemic, do you know what epistemic viewpoint is? Epistemic viewpoint,
What do
like I'm
you mean
saying,
by
within
within
their
objective
beliefs,
reality?
within reality, like existence within reality itself, not within maybe
Objective reality is
yes,
infinitely of
with it within
existence.
what objective reality is
I want
not
to buy
infinitely of
conditional for what you mean
existence.
by objective reality,
Where the
Why would
hell
I
did
have
he
to give
give
my
you fucking
definition and a
biconditional from?
biconditional? Also, I never even
so
gave
I
a
can understand the
biconditional.
necessary sufficient conditions for him to consider it objective reality.
Do you
But
think something necessarily needs to have a necessary condition?
I
You
never
believe all
made that claim.
biconditionals are
Okay, so
necessary?
then why would I have to necessarily define my
I never
definition
say
with
I'm
a
not saying you
biconditional?
have to, my brother.
Does he believe
Okay,
I
all
so
told you
I
that.
can just
biconditionals are
I'm
define
asking
my
necessary?
okay, I
nicely
can just give
because
so I yeah, exactly. So I can just give my
wait,
definition for objective
let me see
reality,
how you
right?
define the objective world again, or objective reality,
An
whatever.
objective world or reality, because I believe
Accurate concept,
reality in
alright.
itself is everything that is. For something to be objectively true or exist objectively, the definition of that would be to simply be, and reality would be everything that is. Hopefully that
And you
clears it
said
up.
that it seems like you've already conceded because you said that the trivialist can hold this within their epistemological framework. But that's the
Yeah,
whole
but that
point. You wouldn't
doesn't,
do anything
yeah,
to the
they
trivialist.
believe it's
Then
true,
you're
but that
saying that
doesn't mean, yeah, they believe it's true, but that's distinct from saying that it actually is true or it does exist. That, so for example,
what
if I
does
said
that
I
mean?
believe, okay, there's a distinction between the proposition that I believe all propositions are true and all propositions are true. One is just about my beliefs and about my epistemology about whether or not I believe the said proposition is true, whereas the other is about whether or not it is actually true. So for
Both
example,
of those
within
are beliefs, my brother.
okay, well, yeah, but there's a distinction between whether or not you believe it, and there's a
You can
distinction
run
between
that.
whether or not it's objectively
Am I
true.
getting
You can
pinged?
say, sure, it's
I'm getting
I believe
pinged.
it's objectively true, but that's not the proposition at hand. You just changed the proposition. The proposition was whether or not it's objectively true. So belief
That
doesn't
was
even
never the
matter here.
proposition.
Nigga, that's what I'm saying. Trivialism says every proposition is true. You can believe in trivialism. You can believe every proposition is true, but there's a distinction between believing every proposition is true and saying that every proposition is true as an
What's the
objective fact.
distinction?
I can. What's the distinction? One is about an epistemological viewpoint, so about whether or not you believe in it, whether or not it's a part of your epistemological viewpoint, and whether or not you accept it. And the other, the latter, is entirely a part of whether or not it's a part of reality or whether or not it
Like,
simply
are
is.
you just saying that one proposition is stands independent and the other is not? I don't know if I'd accept that.
No, that's not
I
what I
mean, that's
said.
what I'm hearing from you right now.
That's not what you're hearing from me. If that is, then you're
You
clearly
literally just give
misunderstanding
the
me.
distinction. You said the one is you believe that all propositions are true, and then one is all propositions are true in objective reality and fact. So you're implying that this. Hold on, I let you talk for so
I'm
long.
saying that,
Well, if
yeah,
that's not what
yeah,
you're saying, then
but
continue.
you already strawman me.
I don't know
Okay,
how that's a
listen.
straw man, but
Can we get a clarification from Kel? Because I feel like if I repeat
Kel,
myself, you're not
I
gonna get
Yeah,
it.
mean,
this nigga's a retard.
you can just explain yourself.
No, you can
But
listen to
The
me. Just
topic
stop
is
but
fucking
the thing
talking.
is, if I keep
things
explaining
reductio
myself, then
ad
you're gonna
absurdum.
keep. Hold on.
Hold
If
on,
I keep
I'm
explaining
gonna
myself, then you're gonna keep
answer
repeating
to someone.
yourself.
He thinks reductio ad absurdum would work on a trivialist.
Yes, it would. Just
Yes.
because they believe something doesn't mean that it's
The
necessarily
point
true or
is, you're not.
not. The difference
The
is
point of the
belief is
reductio ad
distinct.
absurdum is to
Oh my
showcase
God. Yo,
contradiction. But
Keron,
what's the point in giving
I
a
don't believe in New
contradiction, which
York.
is a consistency thing? in an inconsistent worldview. You're pouring water into
Keron,
lava, a drop
Keron,
of water.
Keron, what country do you live in?
Why are you asking this?
Just tell me, what country do you live in? Do you not
I'm
want
not
to tell
gonna
me?
tell you what country I live in.
Okay, what continent do you live in?
What's the point of this?
Okay, what planet do you live in? Earth, obviously. Okay, I don't believe in Earth. You can't live in Earth. I don't believe in it.
Nigga running.
I don't know where you're like going with this, but could you?
Yeah, I don't believe in Earth.
I mean,
I don't
it seems
believe in
you already
Earth. Earth
conceded
doesn't
that the
exist. No,
reductio
I
ad
don't believe
absurdum
in Earth.
doesn't do
Therefore,
anything to the trivialist. So.
I don't believe in Earth. Therefore, Earth doesn't exist. Do you see how that's a non sequitur?
You've already
The trivialist.
conceded.
I did not concede shit. I literally went on
Yes,
the
you've already
negation of that,
conceded
and I
that
made the
if our
distinction
position was
between a
that
belief and
reductio
an
ad
actual
absurdum wouldn't
fact.
work on a
And you
trivialist,
said
and
you
you've
said I
conceded that
conceded.
within
That
the
doesn't follow.
epistemological framework, yes, it wouldn't do anything. But then you're trying to argue for some stance-independent trivialism that's divorced from the mind. I don't even know that presupposes a direct world as well.
Okay,
Like I don't even know
if they're
what you're
not
talking
arguing for objective truth, but rather they're arguing for about whether or not they believe it, then they would have to change the proposition from all propositions
Wait,
are
I
true
see. Now
to I
you're
believe
changing the
all
definition of
propositions are true.
objective.
I'm not
You changed the
changing the
definition
definition
of
of
objective.
objective. What? Okay, what was my
Yeah,
initial
because now you're
definition of
arguing.
objective?
Yeah, objective or really were some sort of like mind independent thing that exists, and now using
No,
objective
that
as
wasn't
universal.
that was not what I defined it as. I
That's
defined
how you define it. So why
no,
do I keep
I
cutting him
defined what
off?
is
Because he's been
objective
doing
or
this
what is
earlier than me.
objectively real. Okay, Sage is recording, right? We can just appeal to the recording. Sage, stop recording and start recording. No, that is not what I defined it as. What the fuck? I
Whatever
define
you're talking
objective.
about.
I know I define something that's objectively real as something that simply is. So to be objectively real or to exist is to simply be, and
Why are you scared
reality
to
is
engage in a
everything that
dialogue with me?
is.
I
Simple.
just didn't feel like talking to you after you made your mic shitty, bud. As you're saying, Trivialism. So you concede
I
that.
kind of just said
You
it.
concede
Wanna
that.
watch it, bro?
Let's just get through concessions
I've
on the
never
board real quick. You
conceded that.
concede that
I don't
reductio ad
even know how you
absurdum.
got that.
Yeah,
How did you
because
even come to
you're
that
agreeing to
conclusion?
the point you disagreed earlier. Because the point was that
About what?
deductio ad absurdum wouldn't work on a trivialist, as in
Nobody
it
was
wouldn't
using
change their worldview,
complex
wouldn't
words
showcase
for
any
this.
contradictions because they already believe in
Scott, you don't.
contradictions. And now you
No,
conceded
you
that.
are
You said that
showcasing a no. You are showcasing a contradiction, and you just conceded you're showcasing a contradiction. But you
whatever
just
you're
said, well,
talking
they
about.
accept contradictions, so it wouldn't work on them about whether or not they believe it. Sure, they can still believe it. In that case, they would just be believing something that is clearly false, which is a
Whatever
direct
you're talking about.
contradiction to whether or not you believe and whether or not something is true or false. The
Like
epistemology
right now,
or the
you're just
belief of something being
gibbering and
true or
rambling. We
false
just
is
watched Lex Luthor
completely
then.
distinct from believing that not believing from whether or not it's objectively true or false. And also,
My
you're saying I'm
brother, I don't know.
gibberating, but
You're
like,
using this word terms. Like earlier, you defined objective reality as something that's real, fact, some outside of your mind. And you said you're not talking about something that stands independent. But can you explain to me how it still stands dependent, but not a belief? Go ahead.
yeah, because something that is a stance or something that is a worldview is simply about whether or not something is in correspondence to reality
Wait,
or whether
that's
or
not
not something
actually answering the
corresponds to
question, bro. So
reality.
that's dodge number
But
one in chat.
I'm literally answering. Okay, then what was your question?
The question is, can you showcase how this thing is not stance independent, but
Not
not a
stance
belief?
independent? What do you mean
And belief
not
is just
stance
something you
independent
hold
and not a
by.
belief? Oh,
Yeah, stance
that.
independent is
Oh no, I was saying, yeah. I'll tell you exactly how, because a proposition is distinct from like a belief. A belief in a proposition is distinct from a proposition because the proposition is what you're believing in, which is the subject that you're believing in, whereas the proposition in itself is just a declarative statement, or not even declarative, just a statement
this
that can
gotta
be
be
true or
non
false.
sequitur of doom.
Okay, so
If your
where's the non
distinction,
sequitur?
yeah, because if your distinction is between a proposition and it being a belief, like both of them are already underlying propositions. Are you saying the interlocutor doesn't believe in the proposition?
So you
Like
think
what?
that a proposition? So hold on, you think a proposition is interchangeable with a belief?
Fuck no. I think
Okay,
you
so then
believe
what the
in
fuck is the point?
propositions
Okay, so you
regardless.
just conceded to me because, yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. So then there would be a real distinction
Okay,
between whether or
so the
not you believe in
distinction
a
now,
proposition
you
and
see,
a
this is how you
proposition.
conceded.
So the
So you're saying the
distinction, no, so the
proposition is
distinction
true.
between believing all
Oh my
propositions
god,
are
this is why I
true
don't
and
debate,
that
bro.
propositions are
Shit is gotten
true, like
mod.
all propositions
As
are
I was
true, is the
saying,
belief in it, and
you
whereas the very
believed
content of the
earlier.
proposition.
Hold on. Earlier in discussion when I told you, well, do you think this is some stance independent thing? You told me no. So then, if it's not stance independent, that means it's stance dependent. So we went on, then we went back to this. Now
No,
you're
it
saying
depends on what you
what you're
mean by
saying is
stance
that
independent or
one,
stance
hold on,
dependent. Also, you never even told me that.
hold
That's
on,
just a
hold on, hold
complete
on, hold on,
lie.
hold on. I
We
don't
can
know why
appeal
you're
to the
doing this
red because
retarded
someone's
thing.
being. Hold
I
on,
don't know
hold
why you're
on,
doing
hold on,
this
hold on, hold
retarded
on.
thing
Can
where
you
you're
not? Can you
gibberating.
not?
You doesn't want to
Unless you
hold on
actually
like this.
like
Is why? Oh
found
my
some mistake
god,
within
bro.
what I said.
Oh my.
Like, please don't interrupt me
I'm not
because you
gonna
just
let
said
you
I'm
like.
gibberating. But
You're not
like,
appreciating what
you're
I'm
not gonna
saying, and
let
you're just
me. You're not
gibberating.
gonna let me.
Like
I'm
you're
not
not
appreciating what
appreciating
you're
what I'm
saying.
saying, and you're
Okay,
just
bro.
gibberating,
Like,
bro. This is
I'll just
like
up my
what?
mic slightly. So as I
Oh
was
my
saying
god, yeah,
initially,
this is gonna be. You're
yeah,
not
no, no, no.
appreciating
I'm
anything
sorry,
I'm
bro, but
saying.
I have to up my
I
mic
don't.
like
You're not
slightly, just
appreciating
like
anything I'm saying. This is
I'm
really
not
bad behavior.
appreciating anything you're saying.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but like
I
I've
don't
been
really care
listening the
what you're
whole
saying right
time,
now.
and I told you
Like you
that
think
there's
I'm
a
going to answer
distinction
what you're
between a
saying when you're not
proposition you
appreciating
believe
anything I'm
in
saying?
and a proposition
I'll
in
just
itself. A
like unmute
proposition
you
in
and
itself
want
is
to
a
end the
statement that
chat.
can be true or false, whereas the belief of it or believing in
This
it
guy
is
is
whether or not the
just being
belief in
retarded
it.
right now. Like, what
What the
does it
fuck are you
mean?
talking about, nigga?
Yeah, because
What
what
does
does
it
it
mean to be
mean to?
what?
Yeah, what does it mean to not believe in the proposition but
If you
have the
don't believe in
proposition?
a
How does a
proposition, it means it's
trivialist?
not.
Hold on.
I'll tell
How does
you.
a
I'll tell you.
trivialist hold the view that trivialism is true, but they don't believe in the proposition? Like what?
What the fuck are you talking? Yeah, nigga, trivialism can
Okay,
be
so the
true or
trivialist
false,
holds
even
the
if you believe
view
it or
in
not.
that all
I can
propositions are true,
believe,
but they
nigga,
don't
I
believe in
can
the
believe that
proposition.
Earth doesn't exist. I can
Like what?
believe that your penis doesn't exist.
This
Yet it
guy.
can still
Okay,
be
I'm
true
gonna
or
mute
false that
you,
your
and this
penis
guy's gonna tell
exists.
me.
There's a real distinction between that. Just because you believe in something doesn't make it real or not. I can just say, oh
No,
yeah, Earth isn't real.
I mean I
I
never made
can't
that
go to
claim, so I don't
Earth.
know where you're
You're
going
not
with
on
that.
Earth. Right, exactly. So the trivialist standpoint would be stupid because then saying, oh,
But
I
you're
believe all
retarded.
propositions are true
See, now
doesn't
we're
actually
going all of
necessitate that all
we're going all of
propositions are true.
we're going
Yo,
so
Nadam,
soft
guess
in the
what? This
discussion.
nigga,
Like
this
this is
nigga thinks
so
that
bad,
reductio doesn't debunk a
bro.
trivialist view because a trivialist would still believe that something is true or false.
Yes,
But belief
retarded. And
doesn't
Aristotle
correspond to
agrees
what
with
is
this
true
as
or
well.
false. You fucking
I
dumbass.
mean, how does
What
the
the
word
fuck?
flow
Yo,
thing?
you're a retard, bro. Is your like,
Yeah,
is your like
whatever you're
dad
saying. I
dead? Did
don't
he
feel
like
like
not raise
engaging
you or
with
some
someone
shit,
who
my nigga?
believes
Like,
that they're
bro, what
not
the fuck?
appreciating what I'm saying.
That's why
So I'm
Like,
gonna
tell
mute
him
you
to
and I'm
unmute
gonna
me.
I'm
talk
not
to other people.
appreciating what you're saying.
Who
Yeah, I'm
said
not
I'm losing.
appreciating what you're saying. Your dad did not appreciate you, my nigga.
Okay,
That's why he left. You lame ass nigga.
17,
Shut the
unmute
fuck
your
up,
mic real
nigga.
quick.
You're
Because if
retarded,
Paulo
nigga.
says
Go
if you don't
bitch, nigga.
give
Shut the
reasons
fuck
for
up,
why
nigga.
you think someone losing, I can
Tell him
get
to
you
unmute me.
banned.
Why is he scared?
So unmute your mic real quick.
What's good, Kill?
Why is this nigga
Shut the
scared?
fuck up.
Unmute your mic, bro.
Tell him
Either
to
way,
unmute me.
I just bitched this nigga.
Tell him to unmute me. Hey yo,
Unmute your mic,
Defensi,
bro.
tell this
Unmute
nigga.
Flow, nigga. You literally have him muted.
Yeah, it seems. Can you unmute your mic, bro?
This nigga's a retard.
It was
Niggas
Bro,
good,
he's not muted, my
autistic.
nigga.
What's
Let
good,
me
Pastor?
Keon,
like,
I
hold on.
These
swear,
guys
money
are like
talking,
very bad.
yo. He won't actually
I
like.
wonder, I wonder what standard you use for somebody
Can
being
the
bad.
17 guy unmute his mic? Like,
Yo, can
holy
you like
shit, you
Reason
want
why
to
we
dick
have
right
that
in chat
dialogue
for
with
these
you,
random low tiers, but
Kel is like
you don't
chatting.
unmute your mic and talk.
Keon, you're
Like
fucking
now.
low tier. You
Yo,
shouldn't
why are
be
you
boasting
ducking
Okay,
yourself.
Kel?
so
It's like we
what do you
have this
think losing is? Just where we go over there?
Oh, so you want to rant again, like you did with Free, bitch ass
My
nigga. So
brother,
why would
that
you,
wasn't even a
why
rant.
would
You
you
didn't
make
understand the
why would you
conversation.
make
Okay, so
bro,
what
hold up.
proposition was I
Yes, sir.
failing to defend
Hold
or
up.
attack? Go ahead.
Why are you running away from Kel?
Bro,
He's running.
talk to me. You said I was losing. I haven't muted.
He's
I'm not even
running.
hearing him right now.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if I said if y'all said you fucking
Okay,
are like
so you're dick riding unnecessarily. Okay, okay, that's okay.
Keron's running.
Dick rider in chat. This guy can't form his own beliefs, and he's just
why
dick sucking me to the maximum because I don't
He's
entertain
so
him.
scared of me.
why are you
Bro,
ducking
he's
Kel?
so scared of me.
I'm talking to you right now.
Yo.
I don't need to talk to other people, but I'm talking to you.
All right.
Nigga, I don't
Why are
duck
you
you.
ducking Kel? Like, is this how far you've fallen, Tokyo? You can't even engage in a conversation with me. You have
I
to
don't
talk about other people. Like, this is really bad.
why are you
Yo,
ducking
Kel,
Kel?
do I stop the red?
Yo,
Like,
so
how far have you fallen, my
I'm
nigga?
about to.
That you're dick sucking these people and you don't even know the arguments I was being ran.
I already nigga, I already beat the shit out of you. Like I don't need to care
Okay,
about like
give me the
whatever.
argument that I lost. Give me a proposition that was failing to attack or defend. Go ahead.
Why are you ducking Kel?
Okay, so this is really embarrassing.
Why?
Like,
Oh,
hold
that's a
on.
great ass
I
question.
still not having
That's
an
a great
answer.
ass.
This
That's
is
Why
a
like
are
great
you
really
ass
embarrassing.
question. Highly relevant.
Hey,
because the
you're not
problem
staying in this server at night, by the way. You're getting banned.
Well, shit.
I
Your
still have
ass,
not
Keon. I'll get you banned. What
why
the
Okay,
are
fuck?
you
can you
ducking
explain to me why I was losing the debate?
I don't give a fuck if you're losing the debate or not. Why are you
Okay,
ducking
so you
that?
don't know why I was losing the
So you got
debate.
the
Can
wreck
you
in here.
stop
So you're gonna
I'm
keep
waiting
on
on
dick
running.
you.
riding in chat?
No. I'll tell you why you're losing, but tell him to like debate me.
Like, can you stop the unnecessary dick riding?
Unnecessary dick riding. Nigga, I'm asking you to debate a nigga who asked you to debate.
No,
And you're
because
just
I already talked to him before, and he doesn't seem like
Yeah,
he's
beat
good
him.
faith at all. And I
You got
talked to
winning
him
on
and I
pretty fucking
slammed
badly.
him.
I could be good
And
at
I
bait.
slammed his friend. And he
You
said,
never.
let's debate right now. I mean, I'm about to go to sleep after I
Keron
ask
ain't
this guy.
slam
I
shit.
never beat you.
Keron trash.
Yeah, you were getting
Keron
slammed on the trivialism
trash.
point, and then you
No,
turned
you
on your
got
mic. I
you
really don't
got
care for
slammed like really fucking
unnecessary dick
badly. You
riding,
fucking
so
Trash,
I'll mute
mad in
you.
front of
Keron.
everybody.
Ass.
You little fucking
Ass,
bitch.
Unnecessary dick
Keron.
No,
riding.
bro.
This
Everybody would
fucking
know this if you
retard
beat
named
me.
Keron tried to knowledge
Oh,
check
run
me
away.
on
You
something
fucking
that
And
I
you
trash.
got
actually
knowledge
wrote.
checked
You're a
bad.
fucking
Like what?
buffoon, Keron.
Nigga, I
Shut the
would
fuck
knowledge
up,
clip you right
okay?
now.
Wait,
Kieran,
these
Kieran,
guys
why you
are
run?
retarded.
Kieran,
Yo, Wi-Fi. Let me use your
all
mic real quick.
got me muted. But guess what? The rat can still hear me. You dumb fuck.
I'm muting everybody in here. Hey,
But
can I ask you a question, Wi-Fi?
yo, this nigga
Okay,
got beat
so
on.
there's this person who has this belief. They said
Got
that
me muted.
one person has a belief in the proposition that trivial all propositions are true, and this is a belief. And the opposite of this is that the proposition is true is objective reality. So, do you think that the second or the differentiator is that one is stands independent or dependent based on the semantics rendered?
Well, you said, do I think that trivialism